Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I am coming at you with League of Legends, and this time I'm going kind of old troll jungle that is, well, was effective and actually still can be effective, just not the way I did it. And that is Jungle Twitch. And I will be up against Zach in this one. Now, Jungle Twitch, it used to be you start off with a Duran's Blade, and you'd go and you'd kill blue, and then you'd immediately go for a gank, either in mid or top lane. Well, you can still go for a gank immediately in the mid or top lane after killing blue, but you can't start a Duran's Blade anymore. It used to be you'd start attack speed red, armor yellows, either magic resist scaling blues, depending on what you wanted, or you'd go, which I think I did in this one, is attack speed quints, although not attack speed quints, attack speed blues. I'm not sure if I went magic resist or attack speed. Judging by my attack speed, I'd say I went magic resist. And then you go lifesteal quints, because the whole point of Twitch is to get those stacks up. However, it doesn't work well, and part of it is I went for a smiteless on blue. This is part of the problem. I get plenty of help. I should have just really smited out blue and saved myself some health. But as you can see, I'm already half health, and I don't even have the last lizard dead. So yeah, the Duran's Blade start, not a great idea. Much better off going with the Hunter's Machete. Still, I'm going to attempt a gank on mid, and we're just going to go for it. Lee Sin is forced to flash, and it's not going to be enough to kill him, but still he's forced to flash, and he's going to have to use a fair amount of health potions to stay in lane. Now this is where things start going wrong for me in terms of farm. As you see me here taking out the race, just look how low I get. Yeah, that's pretty rough, so definitely not a Duran's Blade start. As a matter of fact, you're going to see here the wolves, as we get first blood bottom. The wolves would have killed me had I not gotten out, and they damn near did. And unfortunately we lose Graves to Thresh, but we also get a kill up top. So now I'm going to get the red buff, and again, just health. Yeah. And I'm going to go for top here. It's not top. I'm going to go for mid. It's not going to work out well. Talon is badly beat, but a cask thrown in is going to slow Zach enough. And fortunately, Talon will be just out of reach of Lee Sin to be able to get away. So at least we were able to get out. The cask really helped. But other than that, yeah, that just was sad. Looking bottom, going to try and sneak into the brush here, sneak into the next brush. Going to look to try and make something happen. I immediately start going on Caitlyn, and I do pick up the kill, but, you know, now Zach's after Graves, and pretty close. I'm going to go and stealth and get out, and Lee Sin, and Graves is going to get out as well. So we pick up 1 for 1. We pick up the ADC for the support. Again, not the greatest, but we do come out with something. If I mess up a little bit, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I got up at about 10 o'clock last night. So, yeah, I've been up a good 12 hours or so after a short nap. I'm a little bit on the eccentrically tired side. You know, that's the kind of tired where you're so tired you get a little goofy. Yeah, that's about where I am right now. So let's see, what am I looking to make happen now? I forget. I haven't played ARAM as much. I'm going to run into Zach here, and I'm just going to stealth out. And amazingly enough, they actually continue to pursue me, and this is actually not going to turn out well. And yeah, you can see things are just going wrong. I do flash, unfortunately I get hit, but Lee Sin goes too deep, and I end up picking up a kill in return. So we lost 2 for 1. Definitely not in our favor, but We did kill the mid so that the mid isn't farming while our mid is dead. That's one positive you take out of it. Another positive is, of course, that I got some much needed experience in gold. Unfortunately, what you're supposed to do on a Twitch jungle is you're supposed to, especially now, rush the hurricane. So that way you can effectively jungle the camps by using those extra shots to help you AoE jungle. That's not what I've done. I've gone for second Duran's Blade for a little more health and survivability. In the long run, this is actually more hurtful than if I tried to just save my gold or go straight for the recurve bow and work for the hurricane. You know, because that's what makes you able to jungle the map efficiently in the mid game. I know that mid game you're not jungling as much, but here's how Twitch kind of works out. It's a bit like Shaco. If you don't get kills early, you're gonna suffer because you're not an effective farmer in the jungle. So you're really reliant on those early kills, and even though I've got a couple kills and an assist, I think, oh no, I don't have an assist. I have a couple kills, I'm still way behind. This is nowhere nearly as effective as I needed it to be. And I'm going to make a huge mistake right here, and that mistake is wasting time. Right now, I could go up to the mid lane and harass Lee Sin. I could be jungling and doing other stuff, but I'm going to waste all this time in the bot lane trying to make something happen, which doesn't. Which is just going to put me that much further behind. And unfortunately, Kilii gets taken out. My nephew playing top. Again, Nolan playing mid. Gunda is our support on Nautilus. And our Pug is our ADC. So, yeah, not making a lot happen right now. And that's really working against me. I wait way too long. I should have just moved in. I didn't. I come in too late. I do get the cask and force a flash, but it's not nearly enough. Yeah, so you see level 7 to level 5. That's not too bad in terms of a jungler. As a jungler, you're usually 1 to 2 levels behind your lanes anyways, but I should probably be at least level 6 right now. So, yeah, this is not the best of things for me, and we do get a kill bottom lane. Excuse me, I need a drink. Yeah, but of course, you can just see how slow it's going. So that's why the hurricane is so important in terms of an early item. It just makes jungling the camps faster and allows you to do some catch up in the mid game should you take too long. Now, they're tower diving hard down here. They can't see the mid. They should pretty much know that we're coming. And there you go. Lee Sin goes down. And we do get boxed, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to get Zac. We're going to let Thresh go because Zac's the threat, and we don't want to let him come back. And it's a double kill for mid lane, which is very, very strong and useful at this point. So that was a nice double kill. We only lost 1. We killed 2. And their jungler's down, their mid's down. So it's going to help bring us back even, although we're still at a score deficit. Because I believe, no, they didn't take Dragon. We're just at a score deficit. So, more pitiful farming, and then I'm going to waste more time looking at the bottom lane, wanting to gank it, and it's just not, this is me making that classic mistake again of wasting time on something that's not going to happen. Especially, look how far the lane's pushed right now, right? You see how far the lane's pushed right now? I probably should just let this go because they're still pushing. And there's the hook. And I come in, but, almost too late I come in. And they will get away. So that was a colossal amount of time wasted. I saw Lee Sin leave lane. I knew he was on his way down. That's why Gunda went up into the river just to show face and say, hey, we know you're coming. And the rest of us backed off. And more pitiful farming. Oh, man. Now, finally, I'm actually going to get the recurve bow, which means I'm going to be looking for my hurricane. Again, we know that they're diving. We know that they're going for it. And I stealth for whatever reason, but I do make a show up. I mean, stealthing is good, but I knew I wasn't going to go in. I knew I wasn't going to attack that. So we just, working to scare him off. I do take a little bit of a hit, but nothing too bad from Caitlyn. Now, I'm not looking to farm here, although I definitely should be. As you see how pitiful the damage is I'm doing. I'm just looking to push these guys back from the tower. That's all I really want. I want to get them off the tower. I want to get them away from, being able to take it down. Maybe push the lane up now that Caitlyn's gone, but I actually caught a glimpse of Zach coming when I moved up, so I just told Gunda to back off because I didn't want to deal with that. Zach, of course, is higher level, is stronger than I am, definitely more versatile, stronger jungler. Even though we have Gunda, and that just wasn't the best of moves, and I get hooked, but it's not going to do a hell of a lot. There was no need for me to flash. So a lot of stuff was used and wasted there for no particular gains at all. Oh, that just didn't pan out into anything in particular, which is sad. But again, wasting more time. And by hanging down in the lane like this, not only am I hurting myself, but I'm actually hurting my bottom lane when all three of us are there, because I'm sapping experience too. Going for the kill on Thresh, trying and just not going to get it, but putting up plenty of damage though, hopefully to drive them back out of the lane. Really wanting to try and push something. And finally, I'm like, you know what? I've wasted so much time down here that I've kind of hurt myself, and I need to get rolling again. I'm only level 8. Even though I'm even with Graves, I still feel like I'm just behind. Like there's so much more I could have done, and that I'm not doing it. So at this point, I'm really like mentally kicking myself that I don't have the Hurricane already. And that I'm actually, struggling at this point to make anything happen. So I do pick up the 2 daggers. I've almost got the Hurricane complete. But at this point, it's just like way too late to build it in terms of, using it to jungle. Now here, I know that they're diving. I know that Lee Sin's coming as well. So I'm trying to race up there to help in effect. And then I show up. And we do get Lee Sin, and he's looking to get Talon, and he will. I want to cut him off in this direction, but it's not necessary really. So we're just going to kill the Globlets. Yeah, I wanted Kilii to get that kill, just because he's been up here and there hasn't been much going on, so this will help give him more of an advantage. Both towers have fallen. It's been kind of a back and forth, but where I stand at level 9 versus where Elise stands at level 12, it's much better off that she gets the kills over me. So I just let that go. And I'm just going to stand here and tank the minions and, what the hell, blow my ulti on it just to clear the line out, so to make sure that the lane pushes the other way. And then I just decide to follow it, or nope, I'm going to move on. I have no clue that there's a ward here, so I'm just going to walk right through it. Not a big deal, right? Now, blue is gone, but the small lizards weren't killed. I'm going to go back and finally get the Hurricane. I should have had this so long ago. This was just terrible, terrible, terrible for me not to have it already. But better late than never, I suppose. If I'm forced to be in the jungle and farm, then I can make something of it. Yes, they do put down a ward, but I do manage to avoid it. I'm trying to figure out where Thresh is going. I realize he's going around. So I'm looking for them to make a play. I'm looking for, Thresh to get that hook. I want to get in there and make something happen. Again, what's the big mistake that I'm doing? Wasting too much time, as Gunda almost gets himself taken down. But still could bait them out, maybe, You can see Thresh is going a little too far. Caitlyn's there. Looking for the bait. Looking. I'm still hanging. And that's what I was waiting for. Caitlyn does not have the damage she needs. I get the cast to slow her. She doesn't have the mana to use her net, and she apparently doesn't have flash. Ulti misses, but she still dies to my poison. So it took way too long, but it was successful. Now we're going to look to take the dragon. Lee Sin does try to come in. Doesn't work though because I know how to smite. But Lee Sin's getting hurt pretty bad, and there we go. He gets taken out. In comes Talon and Gnosis and Graves, and they're outnumbered and outgunned at this point. I'm just continuing to chase Zac for whatever reason when it's Gnosis that gets blown up. I see all that farm in the top lane, and I want to go and get it, but most of it will be dead by the time I get there, and Kiliki said he's going to go there anyways. So I just decide to push the mid lane forward and then return to my jungle. Now, look at the difference here. Look at how much more effective this is. You know, it's still taking me way too long to kill the big Wraith, but I don't have to kill the big Wraith and then still have the small Wraiths to work on. So it's much more effective at this point. Not sure why I'm standing here. Decided to finally teleport back. I guess not enough going on. Yep, I'm going finally for more damage and again more attack speed. Twitch is not just about damage, but getting a massive amount of attack speed on Twitch is a big deal. So going for the Blade of the Ruined King with its attack speed and its health percentage damage, which at this point is the most efficient damage I can get, is pretty huge. You know, they have Gnosis, they have Zac, they have Lee Sin. These are three guys that are known to be very tanky bruiser. And unfortunately for me, Gunda went way too soon. I flash in to make something happen. She doesn't have her tower. And there we go. I actually end up on a killing spree. It was my expunge that did that. Now we've got three of them in the area with Thresh coming behind us. And then four of them, and I'm like, ah, fuck. So I just stealth and get the fuck out. Sorry to my team, but I saw bad things happening. I used my stealth advantage, and I just walked the other way and got the fuck out of there. Oh, I felt so terrible for doing that, but I was like, we're dead. We're all dead. So I went back. I haven't picked up anything new. I didn't have the gold for it, but I'm looking to try and help prevent a tower push. And even if I don't get, you know, do much in terms of damage or what that, with his ulti and with the hurricane, it's very easy for me to push the minions off, and you know, that hook did absolutely nothing. So it's very easy for me to push the minions off the tower using Twitch's ulti, using the hurricane. So it makes Twitch an efficient defender as much as it makes him a more efficient farmer, and allows him to be more effective in team fights. So, yeah, I was just talking earlier. The Hurricane, again, percentage-based damage on hit. You know, Twitch is kind of like a Teemo in that respect. He's kind of like, well, you know, Teemo's the only one I can think of, although there are others, is an on-hit shredder who has the benefit of poison damage. That's kind of like how I like to play him, at least out of the jungle. When it comes to much else, I know, you know, Twitch, you build him like normal ADC style, and Gnosis is just getting destroyed, and Zac goes down, and I immediately turn my attention. And Gnosis at this point can just beat me no matter what. Ugh, so close, but I'm still going to have enough poison damage? Yeah, I actually do get him. And Graves is going to get out. And everybody's going to get out except me. We do 1 for 3. And we're trying to make it 1 for 4. There's the exhaust. And Talon goes in and finishes off the kill right there. So 1 for 4 overall. Although Spoiler alert, that's pretty much the last time I'm going to get Gnosis. He's going to show me what it means to be Gnosis later, in a little bit. But what can you do? I'm lower level, and I did pick up one of the daggers for the Blade of the Ruined King, and I see top lane pushing, so I'm just going to head up there, do some farming. Hurricane makes it easy. I'm just going to try and push the lane out. At this point, I'm thinking the most effective I can be is to split push. It's just to do as much as I can to push down towers. Although, I, for some reason, don't continue to do that. I see Zac, and I just start nailing him. Like I said, I don't have the blade yet, but I do enough damage. I'm able to drive Zac off. Also, Elise and Graves come up, so there's that as well. What I should have done at this point, I should have gone back, which I am, buy what I want, buy what I can, and then push up and try and get this tier 2 tower out here. But for some reason, I just decided differently, and I have no idea where my courses and decisions go at this point. Yes, the purple team is trying to surrender right now. We are snowballed well ahead of them, 23 kills to 16. Well ahead in terms of pugs. If this were like a pro match, this would be an easy comeback with a little planning and careful, careful team fights planned out, going for things in your favor. And a team fight does erupt. Gnosis goes down pretty quickly, and they're going to back out. And I'm like, okay, well, let's take Dragon. I think a couple people on my team want to take a tower, which we could push our advantage right now, but doubtful that we could actually get a tower. I'm pretty sure they'd be able to siege up behind it more than long enough for Gnosis to show up and bring that, extra defender in and push us off, if not even kill us.
Rampage.
Excuse me. But yeah, I'm finally starting to get some damage under my belt, and it only took me about 30 minutes to do it. So we get Lee Sin, they get Talon, we get Zac, and they get Graves. And at this point, yeah, Caitlyn is going to go down. So that's a grand total of 4 there, because Thresh is dead. 4 for 2. And this is where things just, I do good damage to Gnosis, as you can see. I even took him down to half his health, but I'm a level behind him. My ulti is nowhere near as effective as his. And I should have just turned and started shooting him. But I lose so much health just trying to back off and run away, and that was dumb of me. If I turned and fought him, maybe I'd have won this round, but he just ends up decimating me. He truly just ends up decimating me at that point. He blew his ghost. I'm not sure if they catch him. He gets the slow, misses the stun. In comes Zac. In comes Nautilus. Nautilus making a huge mistake and not going back and helping. So he takes a ton of damage he doesn't need to. And we end up losing him. Zac goes into his passive. In comes Talon. So the team fight's going to start turning back in our direction despite what's happening there. In that case right there, Gunda should have turned around and helped Elise get Zac off of her. That would have made a much better difference. But in the end, it still turned out in our favor. Only I died to Gnosis earlier on before everyone showed up. And then after that, we picked up Zac and drove the rest out with good damage. So lane is pushed at this point. I'm going to look to turn it around. Again, plenty of farm. I'm looking to get a Phantom Dancer at this point, and that would be enough on speed. In truth, I've already got enough on speed. And what I should have done is I should have started looking for a BF sword, going into either Infinity Edge. And yeah, Gnosis is just going to fucking annihilate me. I got him to half health. But yeah, Gnosis just completely blows me the fuck up there. But my team is still wrecking. We're getting plenty of kills. There's very little they can do. And as you can see, this is coming right down to the end here. As they finally do agree to surrender. Being down 9 kills and being down about 7,000 gold. They decided to give it up. Can Jungle Twitch still work? Yeah, I think it can. But you definitely can't do the Duran's Blade Star anymore. You got to have those health potions. So I'm going to try it again at some point to see how it works if I go the Machete. Probably going the Machete and rushing the Elder Lizard into the... Actually, I would think you go Spirit Stone, Hurricane, and then the Elder Lizard. And then you might actually be doing some really good damage earlier on. But yes, it can work. No, it's not greatly effective. It's something you do more for fun that can work. More than it is something you'd actually, of course, do seriously. But still, I didn't do too bad. 5, 4, and 7. Overall, not too bad for something that I wasn't sure was going to work still. So that's it for this one, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's not the best jungling vid, but hey, you know, I wanted to do Twitch. And there he is. So until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you then.